Well, whether you've been working out since the beginning of the year or you've had an exercise regimen that's been very regular through many years going back in your fitness journey, sometimes it's nice to try something new or try a different approach to your health, your fitness, and of course, building a community around you as well. And one of our local businesses is looking to help you do just that over in the city of Keego Harbor at Aspire Pilates. And joining us now is their owner, Amy Pronovost, on the Splash Live. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you.
Yeah, glad to have you on. As your studio provides training both in yoga as well as in Pilates, and these are interesting forms of fitness because it's a lot of flexibility. It's a lot of movement also, and people on the outside looking in may see these as being lighter or easier, but it's really a tough art.
It really is. What we focus on is the mind-body connection in both modalities. So my expertise was originally Pilates, and then I later got certified in yoga. And they're very different in terms of the approaches, but one thing that is similar is the mind-body connection that happens as soon as you either get on your mat or get on a piece of equipment. And also the connection within yourself, but the connection from the instructor to the student as well. So I wouldn't call these necessarily lighter forms of exercise, but just a different way of moving.
Oh, that's what I call throwing a lob to the guests, saying something out there that's going to trigger a response that tells you the real truth behind it. I know this is not easy stuff, but it's stuff that anybody can get into, which makes it a really cool form of exercise. And Amy, especially this time of the year when we are in the colder months of the year, it's cloudy and it's dreary outside. Some people can really struggle to keep active. They're not going outside for their walks. They're not playing in the park. They're less motivated because of the real effects of seasonal affective disorder to go to the gym and get these exercises in. And so having an environment like yours where you're taking classes can really be beneficial in getting people out the door and getting people moving.
I agree. Everybody always comes in or leaves feeling better than when they came into the studio. And even if they came in with like some aches or pains or issues or even not feeling great, and maybe mentally, by the time they leave, they always feel better and they have a smile on their face. And it really means a lot to me to be able to provide that to people. Just also the community, and when people are seeing other people coming in and out and enjoying themselves through exercise, it's really a wonderful thing.
And so your location is on Orchard Lake Road in Keego Harbor, 3080 Orchard Lake Road, just a little bit beyond the bend at Orchard Lake and right before Cass Lake. Tell us about your business in Keego Harbor and why Keego was the perfect place to put Aspire Pilates.
Well, it's kind of an interesting story because this used to be the space that I'm in now used to be Cornelia's School of Dance.
Yeah.
And when I was an adult, and so I danced for many, many years. And when I graduated from college, I actually danced in this very same space with Christina's adult ballet, who she rented space from Cornelia here. And so when I saw this space that became available back in 2019, I said that this is really the place for me. And so it was available for rent. And I stepped inside and I thought, okay, I have a history here. I have wonderful memories of dancing in this space, and I connected with it immediately. And I also really like the location of it. It's fairly close to my house, but I just like Keego Harbor in general. It's a small community, but it's close to all the big areas in Metro Detroit. And I think it's a good place for my clientele. They can come from all over Oakland County, and I have people coming from as far as Grand Blanc and as far as Milford. So all over Oakland County, it's a nice central location.
Amy Pronovost is with us on the Splash Live, owner and instructor at Aspire Pilates Studio out of Keego Harbor, located on Orchard Lake Road. As you see on your screen, more information can be found on their services and classes at aspirepilatesstudio.com. And Amy, you had mentioned that people are coming from all over the local area to take these classes and to enjoy these different sessions, both individual and group classes. And as we talked about earlier, with people maybe struggling this time of the year or struggling struggling in general to get into a regular exercise regimen, sometimes having that group environment is exactly the elixir you need to find something to get you out and get you active and find a form of exercise that you really have fun with. So how does the group element play into the work that you do, and why is Pilates and yoga that perfect group activity to dive into?
So I think people feed off of each other in some ways, like just the positive energy in a class situation where you come in, you see the same people or many of the same people every single week. You have your spot. We start the class in a very similar manner so that it kind of makes that transition from the outside world to the inside world where you can focus on yourself. And then also just like the rapport with the instructor too. I love teaching group classes. I've been teaching dance and group classes for over 20 years now. And I love the energy of everybody in the room together working toward common goals. I just really find that it's a positive experience for most individuals. And even people who might be a little bit reluctant in the beginning to start in a group, I usually by the end, they feel very comfortable.
And let's talk about that dynamic too, because people that are doing yoga or doing Pilates, maybe they have some experience in this regard in the past, or they've heard that these are really great forms of exercise, or they just want to try something different. Now, how does the class environment help them build those skills, but also keep the pressure low, given that there are going to be so many people of so many different experience and ability levels?
Well, at Aspire Pilates, the class size is quite small. So that's one thing, like in terms of comfort level, they know that they're getting a lot of personal attention via corrections, via me knowing how they're moving, what things they need to work on, what things they need to modify. So I feel that with the class sizes being usually no more than like 10 to 12 people, that they get that personalized experience, but still are able to get motivated by other people in class. Saying, I'm looking at this person and I'm seeing how inspiring they are to me. They've had this issue or that issue, or maybe they had a hip replacement or a knee replacement a year ago, and look what they're doing now. And I feel motivated because they're in class and they're still going and doing really well, and the improvements they've made. And even though they've had all these challenges, they've still really been able to come through. So that motivates another person in class to take that challenge as well.
We're joined by Amy Pronovost, who is the owner and an instructor at Aspire Pilates Studio out of the city of Keego Harbor. You can find more information on all their classes on aspirepilatesstudio.com, and also can find them on their Facebook page, facebook.com/Aspire Pilates Studio. And Amy, if people are interested in trying out some of your classes, maybe trying yoga or Pilates for the first time, what are some of the services that you do provide in terms of individual lessons, group lessons, and the like?
So I like to start by meeting people via phone call. So if they want to, if they want to do a private or duet session, meaning like a one-on-one with the instructor, which I recommend if you haven't had any experience with Pilates before. So the new client special for that is 2 private sessions for $130, and it's just me and the client, and we work on the reformer or the mat or anything that needs to be worked on. I talk about goals, fitness level, and we start from there. And then if you are interested in joining a group class for the Pilates and bar group classes, it's three classes for $30. So it's like an intro special for that. And you can sign up online for those. And if you want to sign up for a private duet, I do like to talk with people individually over the phone first, just to get to know them and make sure that the studio is a good fit for them and their goals, and they have realistic expectations, and also knowing if they have any injuries or issues as well.
Amy, lastly, people will go into these classes or try different forms of exercise for a number of different reasons, a number of different motivations, and everyone has a different reaction class by class or across their journey. What do you find is the common reaction that people have after engaging in yoga or in Pilates for a while, and how does that change how they feel on the other side of getting some experience behind them?
I think it really impacts everyone's daily lives more than they even realize. Like some of my favorite moments are when clients say to me, I feel better than I felt in years, just because I'm moving more. I have less tension in my body, less stress. I enjoy coming here. This is my favorite time of the week when I can come and focus on myself and work with you or another instructor. That also, if they feel like maybe they were challenged via a hike, or they were like a sport or even dance, they feel like they're doing better at all those activities. And they feel like even just basic things like I can reach down and tie my shoe easier, or I noticed that I didn't have to sit down to put my pant on, or, something like that, that impacts their daily lives, that they really come to me and say, thank you so much. This has been really almost life changing for many individuals.
You can find more information on AspirePilatesStudio.com to find out more on their classes, sessions, group classes for dancers and students, and so much more. They're also on Facebook at Aspire Pilates Studio. Amy, before we let you go, anything else that we should know about your business out of the city of Keego Harbor?
Just welcome, and I'm so happy to be here, and I've been teaching for a really long time, and I'd love to meet you, and I would love for you to see the beautiful studio. Thank you.